Sí.
We're live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Boston School Committee's annual
Boa
organizational
noite,
meeting.
tudo bem? Escola Comitê de Boston.
I'm School Committee Chair Jerry Robinson. I hope everyone had a happy and healthy new year and a restful break. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Because this is a remote meeting, I will ask Ms. Sullivan to please call the roll.
Thank you, Chair. Ms. Lopera,
Present.
Ms. Mercer,
Present.
Ms. Polanco Garcia,
Present.
Mr. Tran. I believe he'll be joining us shortly. Mr. O'Neill,
Ms. Sullivan, present. I believe Mr. Tran has joined us and is just trying to, I see him on the video. I think he's just trying to get his audio going.
thank you. Ms. Robinson,
Present.
thank you. All members are present.
Thank you. Tonight's meeting is being shared live on Zoom. It will be rebroadcast on Boston City TV and posted on the school committee's webpage and on YouTube. For those of you joining us on Zoom or at a later date, you can find tonight's meeting documents posted on the committee's webpage, bostonpublicschools.org/school committee, under the January 3rd meeting link. The 2022 meeting calendar will be publicly posted once it is approved. Any translations that are not ready for the start of the meeting will be posted as soon as they are finalized. The committee is pleased to be offering live simultaneous interpretation in Spanish, Haitian Creole, Cabo Verdeano, Cantonese, Mandarin, Vietnamese, and American Sign Language. After the interpreters finish introducing themselves and providing Zoom instructions, you will activate the interpretation icon, the globe, at the bottom of your screen. Click the icon to select your language preference. Will our Spanish interpreter please introduce yourself and give Zoom instructions in Espanol?
Certainly. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening, everyone. My name is Juan Bernal. I am the Spanish interpreter whom will be providing consecutive interpretation for Ms. Rafaela Polanco Garcia, school member, Spanish speaking, while the other interpreter, Mr. Randolph Dominguez, will be providing simultaneous interpretation. I will now explain how to access the interpretation icon in Spanish. Muy buenas noches para todos. Mi nombre es Juan Bernal. Soy uno de los intérpretes contratados para la reunión de hoy. Para accesar el recurso de la interpretación, busquen el globo redondo que aparece en la parte baja de sus pantallas y seleccionen español como su idioma de preferencia. De cualquier manera, aquellas personas que se estén conectando de un celular, de una tableta o de un iPad, localicen los 3 puntos en la parte superior de la pantalla y seleccionen español como su idioma de preferencia. Bienvenidos a la reunión. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Next interpreter may proceed.
Good evening, Madam Chair. Good evening, members of the school committee meeting. First and foremost, Happy New Year to everyone. Muy buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Mi nombre es Randolph Domínguez. Voy a ser su intérprete simultáneo el día de hoy. Voy a estar trabajando con el señor Juan Bernal. Muchas gracias y nos vemos más tarde.
Thank you. Will our Haitian Creole interpreter please introduce yourselves and give Zoom instructions in Haitian Creole?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Sir Joseph Tiller, Haitian Creole interpreter. Nous petit bonsoir à tout le monde qui a suivi séance à soya et que moi et les Sir Joe, c'est moi qui a pu interpréter pour nous. Et si nous besoin d'entrer dans la conversation, on a capable de cliquer sur le globe là qui est en bas, là, ou capable d'entrer ou partager à tout le monde, tout ça qui est petit. Pas hésiter à poser des questions et nous là pour nous traduire pour nous. Joe, bonne écoute. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Will our Capo Verdeano,
Good evening, Madam Chair. My name is Jose. I'm going to be the Cape Verdean interpreter tonight. Boa noite, cabo-verdianos que estão ali hoje, participando da reunião de hoje à noite. Meu nome é José, estou ali para ajudar com a reunião ali em termos de interpretação. Se senhor está, por exemplo, com o telefone móvel, ou se senhor tem aquele cartão que está, nós temos 3 pontinhos lá, na onde nós está calca naquele 3 pontinhos, e depois dali nós está seleta que é a língua cabo-verdianos. Ou se nós tem computador, laptop, por exemplo, tem que a parte globo, no onde nós está calca lá, tem que a parte de língua cabo-verdianos, ou em nós está seleta, para seleciona aquela parte de língua lá, nós está ouvir tudo coisas na crioula. Thank you.
thank you. Will our Cantonese interpreter please introduce yourself and give Zoom instructions in Cantonese?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hi, my name is Terry Ying. I'll be your Cantonese interpreter. 大家好，我叫 Terry， 我係你哋嘅廣東話翻譯。咁一陣咧，你喺屏幕下邊咧就會見到一個地球儀嘅圖標，點下地球儀嘅圖標，再揀 Cantonese， 你就可以入到呢個廣東話嘅頻道啦。如果你係 iPad 或者係平板電腦上嘅話咧，你可以點下屏幕下邊嘅3個點，再選擇呢個語言嘅選項，亦都可以入到廣東話嘅頻道。大家陣見啦，拜拜 ，Thank you。
Thank you. Will our Mandarin interpreter please introduce yourself and give Zoom instructions in Mandarin?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening. My name is Maple. I'm the Mandarin interpreter tonight. 大家好，我是今天晚上的普通话同传。那么一会儿我们会将开启这个屏幕下方的地球仪这个标志，请大家点击进去，并且选择 Mandarin， 就是 M 开头的这个字母的这个语言，就是我们的普通话频道。如果您是用手机或者平板电脑上网的话，请您点击屏幕下方的3个点，写着更多，点击进去之后选择语言功能，也是选择 Mandarin 这个频道。好，一会儿见 ，Thank you。
Thank you. Will our Vietnamese interpreter please introduce yourself and give Zoom instructions in Vietnamese?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Duyên, Vietnamese interpreter for the meeting tonight. Xin chào quý vị. Xin quý vị bấm vào quả cầu chọn ngôn ngữ tiếng Việt nếu mà cần thông dịch viên liên tục. Duyên sẽ là thông dịch cho các anh chị buổi tối hôm nay ạ. Thank you.
Thank you. Will our American Sign Language interpreter please introduce yourself?
Hi, tonight we have Katie and Sherry who will be interpreting for tonight. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you all for assisting us this evening. And thank you to all of the BPS staff behind the scenes who also provide support for our virtual meetings to run smoothly. We will now activate the interpretation icon at the bottom of your screen. I'd like to remind everyone to speak at a slower pace to assist our interpreters. I'd like to begin with a brief update. At our last meeting in December, we bid farewell and thank you to 2 committee members, Dean Hardin Coleman and Hernani De Araujo. Their terms expired today and both have decided not to seek reappointment. I want to thank Dr. Coleman and Mr. De Araujo for their service to the students and families of BPS and for their continuous focus on improving student outcomes. We look forward to their continued partnership and contributions to the district as they begin their new chapters. The mayor's office has informed me that Mayor Wu's appointments to the school committee have been delayed by the city's response to the recent surge in the COVID pandemic. Mayor Wu looks forward to announcing her appointments in the near future, and we are hopeful that the new members will be able to join us at our first regular meeting of the new year, which is scheduled for January 12th. We'll now move on to our first order of business this evening, the approval of the 22 meeting calendar. My fellow members, each of you has received a copy of the proposed 2022 calendar. Are there any questions or comments about the calendar? None. Hearing none, I will now entertain a motion to approve the calendar as presented, recognizing that at times we might have to make changes to accommodate special circumstances. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second? Yes. Mr. Tran?
Second, yes.
Thank you. Is there any discussion of the motion? Ms. Sullivan, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Lopera,
Yes.
Ms. Polanco Garcia,
Yes.
Mr. Tran,
Yes.
Mr. O'Neill.
Yes. Excuse me, yes.
Thank you. Ms. Robinson.
Yes,
The calendar is approved unanimously.
thank you. We'll now move on to the election of officers for calendar year 2022, starting with the chairperson. At this time, I would like to issue a call for nominations for chairperson. Mr. Tran?
Yes. I would like to nominate Miss Jerry Robinson to return as the chair for the committee for one more term, given her expertise and experience. And I know that we all are committed to the work of the committee, along with the superintendent. But Ms. Robinson has steered the committee for the last year very ably. So with all due respect, I would like to nominate Ms. Jerry Robinson again for one more term.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Are there any more nominations for the position of chairperson? Hearing none, I would like to close out the nominations for chairperson. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion to the motion? Ms. Sullivan, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Lopera,
Yes.
Ms. Polanco Garcia,
Yes.
Mr. Tran,
Yes.
Mr. O'Neill,
Yes.
Ms. Robinson.
Yes.
Thank you. It's unanimous.
Thank you, Ms. Sullivan. The nominations are now closed. With there being only one nominee, I would like to entertain a motion to elect myself, Jerry Robinson, as chairperson. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion to the motion? Ms. Sullivan, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Lopera,
Yes.
Ms. Polanco Garcia,
Yes.
Mr. Tran,
Yes.
Mr. O'Neill,
Enthusiastically, yes.
Ms. Robinson.
Yes.
It's unanimous.
Thank you, Ms. Sullivan. And I want to thank my fellow members for entrusting me with this privilege. It's an honor to lead this body, and I look forward to working together with our superintendent to tackle the challenging work ahead. We'll now move on to the position of vice chair. At this time, I would like to issue a call for nominations for vice chair. Mr. Tran.
Yes. I'm sorry to take up this much time, but I would like to again nominate Mr. Michael O'Neill to reassume the position of vice chair for one more year. I must admit that for the last 3 years, working at, being a partner with you all, of course, with the new members as well, I particularly learned a lot from Mr. Michael O'Neill. There is no doubt in my mind how committed he is, to all the children of the Boston Public School. In addition to his expertise and his knowledge on school issues, I wholeheartedly request that he accept my nomination. I would like to re-nominate him again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any more nominations for the position of vice chairperson? Hearing none, I would like to close out the nominations for vice chair. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. I heard a motion and a second. Thank you. Is there any discussion to the motion? Ms. Sullivan, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Lopera,
Yes.
Ms. Polanco Garcia,
Yes.
Mr. Tran,
Yes.
Mr. O'Neill,
Yes.
Ms. Robinson.
Yes.
It's unanimous.
Thank you, Ms. Sullivan. The nominations for vice chair are now closed. With there only being one nominee, I would like to entertain a motion to elect Michael O'Neill as vice chair. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion to the motion? Hearing none, Ms. Sullivan, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Lopera,
Yes.
Ms. Polanco Garcia,
Yes.
Mr. Tran,
Yes.
Mr. O'Neill,
Yes.
Ms. Robinson.
Yes.
The vote is unanimous.
Congratulations, Mr. O'Neill. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Chair Robinson. And first of all, thank you to Mr. Tran for his very kind words, much appreciated, and to my fellow members for the vote. I am honored to continue to serve in this role to support Ms. Robinson as chair, and I am extremely grateful to Madam Chair for stepping up in this past year and the leadership that she has shown and the closeness of the relationship she has developed with Superintendent Casilius. It is by the school committee and the superintendent working together that we are best able to serve the 50,000 children in our care. And now more than ever, they need us. I am also deeply appreciative of my fellow members, from Mr. Tran and our newer members, Ms. Lopera or Ms. Polanco Garcia. Thank you for joining us and the incredible voice you've been bringing to this effort. And to Ms. Mercer, our student member, who also is extraordinarily thoughtful and giving of her time and of her comments. So it's an honor to work with all of you. And I look forward to the great work we have in front of us, because we got a lot of work in the year coming up.
Yes. Again, thank you and congratulations once again. The body is grateful for your continued service and leadership. That concludes our business for this evening. The next school committee meeting will take place on Wednesday, January 12th at 5 p.m. here on Zoom. If there's nothing further, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Mr. Tran. Is there a second?
No,
Excuse me, Mr. Tran?
Yes, I would like to take this opportunity to specifically thank well, not too new anymore, but the recent members of the committee, Ms. Polanco Garcia and Ms. Lopera. I have not been able to get in touch with either one of you, given the hectic schedule, especially my physical condition. But I would like to have some time to touch base with you both, and thank you for stepping forward, to take up the chairs, the seats in this committee, given all the controversial issues that we are dealing with. So your bravery and your commitment are really appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tran. All right. If there's nothing further, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion?
So move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion or objection to the motion? Ms. Sullivan, please call the roll.
Ms. Lopera,
Yes.
Ms. Polanco Garcia,
Yes.
Mr. Tran,
Yes.
Mr. O'Neill,
Yes.
Ms. Robinson.
Yes.
It's unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you. This meeting is adjourned. Good night.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye-bye.